This isn't actually a standard 1x2 with honeycomb. I mean, it looks like it. That is just what we want everyone to think. Coming through our airlock, you'll find we have plenty of furnaces and box storage and everything you'll need. Here's the base's upkeep, practically non-existent, and if you look up here, you'll see our little secret hidden bunker. It's a pixel gap, and rather than being on the floor, it's in the roof instead. Now if we come outside, you'll notice that there isn't a gap in the roof. This is just because of the way we've connected it. Because of this, no one can access it, and it looks like normal honeycomb. To build the base, simply place a square and then 5 triangles like I've done here. Top it off with a square and then delete the rest. Then be careful to place this foundation off of this one, doing it like I've done here. Delete the other and check that there's a gap. It'll look exactly like mine. It's easier to tell once it's stone. Now once you've done this, just build everything the way I've done it to make sure everything's connected in the right spot. It's crucial that these roofs are placed the exact way I've done it, as they are creating the gap for the roof. Then just double check by looking at your roof that you've done it correctly, and you should see the sky just a little bit. Just as I'm placing these things, I should quickly add, don't place a frame inside this core, otherwise you won't be able to access the gap and you won't be able to loot the boxes. And another thing, don't use a box with a glowing skin like I have, because it'll just stand out too much and someone will probably see it. Now you can fit 2 bags here, however you just have to pick one up if you want to upgrade that floor. Now I upgrade this to the final form. You don't have to do this straight away, and I would probably honeycomb first before doing this. Here we can build out 2 triangles, then place a half wall, which we can use to create our loot room. Ignore the door making me spaz out here. These boxes can be a little finicky to place, so you may have to try a few times, but just try and get it as far across as you can so that the one will fit against the wall. And now at this point I'm just doing basic honeycomb, but as I said, you may have wanted to do this earlier, just to hide the armored parts of the base. This is how your base should look now. And now let's move on to the best part of the whole thing. Placing the half walls like I am, just to make sure that the gap stays. Be very careful. And then we shall place our 2 large boxes. It doesn't really matter how you fit them, as long as they're over the gap. Now here, just to prevent people from being able to loot the boxes on top, or at least breaking them with spears and having a chance to loot it, just placing one of the squares and then making sure the next one is connected off of the one we placed and not opposite like we did earlier. Doing like I am here is the exact way that you should do it, as it's the easiest way. And with that, there's no gap on the roof and your loot is safe. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one.